I think the people before us that roamed the planets, this planet, um, they was already aligned, especially with the Earth. They was just grounded already. Um, just they spoke a language, not this language, like a certain frequency. You know what I'm saying, that we don't know. Uh, like it was already grounded within their lines of the chakras. This is why they say 666 means melanated, even though that sounds kind of like it's backwards, but it is the atom. We had this, we was atomically just connected. We would get visions. This is why we created certain things, certain structures, the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it a pyramid scheme. Have you ever schemed on some of the plot? You're bringing something with the pyramid, but that's only within this system. They use what we kind of done, but I'm not saying use it, they use it, the people, they kind of manipulate it and swerve it towards their end. You know, they take it from us or whatever, take it around so they have it, and boom, they manipulate this energy and they use it. You know, how do you know, bro? You don't know like what they be doing. You're not up 24 hours a day. You're not up when the time changes sometimes. You sleeping. You don't know what they do when they be going into these buildings or underground. You don't know. That's why you're not allowed to go to certain places. They need certain people that you don't know. And they probably don't know too. So how the hell is you gonna tell me? So I think these people before us were way more aligned spiritually. They ain't have to like tap in with certain like energies or wish. They just was. We was just heavily tapped in. You know? Now it's like people, especially our people, are not like tapped in because our mind and body has been kind of controlled in a way where you could kind of play with it. You know what I'm saying? And use it around. They had access to our bodies, ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And they manipulated the signals based off the dialogues going on in their bodies or thoughts. And these create signals, electromagnetic sequences to cause movements within the functions of the bodies, making us do certain things. Either we're going to do this or do that. We feel good. We feel bad. We do that. That's how they fuck us up with our mind. That's why we're not aligned anymore. You know? Or whatever. Because what has been done. Now you got all these teachers, these spiritual masters. Where did they come from? Exactly, like, I don't know if they was like tapped in like that, or they took it, or they opened up this hemisphere where they're able to create more energy. Because I don't understand, you know? So I think we was just naturally aligned. Yeah, like we was tapped in, but now you look at all these spiritual masters, they're Caucasian, Indian, and Asian. You hardly see one that's fully colored. Like, what happened? Like, why are we not tapped in anymore? Especially with this, like, what went on, bro? What the Did they destiny swap us? Did they hijack this from us? Not them, but the current species before that took. Like, what happened? Why are we not tapped in? Not this fake irritable crap. I'm talking about for real, like able to say things and move things depending on a shift in location of the planet or whatever the case. Like, Like, what? Like, bro, like, was this hijacked? Because, like, how? Because this does not make sense. All these spiritual masters that I see are not my color. Rarely. Only pastors. That's all you will see. Like, what is going on? Something's not adding up, bro. I'm seeing all these spiritual masters, Zen masters, channeled masters, energy masters, healing masters, time masters, portal masters, mind masters, astral masters. All these masters. And none of them are rarely my color. Something's not adding up. I'm fucked. I'm trying to think. Did they destiny swap us? Did we open this portal with them so they're able to receive energy? This is crazy. What's on a melanated person's mind when you hear sex, money, and drugs? That's everything. This crap. That's what is on their mind 24/7. This is what they do. Or Jesus. That's their spiritual system. Jesus. A man they don't even fucking know. In a fucking book. This is crazy. But all these masters that we got, these spiritual masters, quote unquote, this is crazy. Something to think about.